I would like to bring something to your guys' attention right now. Remember a game called Black Ops 4? You remember that game? I do. And one thing I remember about that game, which is unfortunate to say, but the one thing I remember about that game is the fact that we all took a massive dump on it. Everyone. I would look far and wide, and all I would see are people squatting down and taking a massive dump on the game. Big ones. Big wet ones, okay? Why? Why? There are one of two reasons why. Okay? And I am a part of one of these. The first reason, you genuinely dislike the game, and you have a genuine reason why you hate the game. That's the first type of person. Okay? The second type of person, which is the most common, okay, and it is the most common type of person when it came to Black Ops 4 Zombies, was the sheep. Now, what do I mean by the sheep? I mean that when one person hates a game, you can't really help but just say, yeah, Black Ops 4 is bad, because it's bad, and you just flock towards the hate wagon. And then you end up just hating the game for no reason. And then you do it so much that you just end up hating it on as an instinct. And you have no reason to actually hate the game other than it's just bad. I am guilty of being that person, of being the kind of person who says, yeah, Black Ops 4 is bad because it's bad. And then people are like, oh, why? But why though? And I'm just like, I don't actually know. I would have no reason to hate the game. I would have no reason at all to hate the game. Now, this video is completely unscripted. It's nearly 4 a.m. here, and I am doing a random video on Black Ops 4 because it just popped to my mind recently. I was just like, what did I actually hate about Black Ops 4? What did I really actually hate about the game? And the thing is, and truthfully, I didn't hate much about the game, or anything. You know, I actually enjoyed Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 Zombies, anyway. Each map, yeah, had massive flaws, but also had a lot of good things going for it. So, what were the good things about them? Voyage of Despair, fun wonder weapons. It was on the Titanic. A really hold on. A really fun Easter egg and a tough one. Flaws, it was crowded as hell. You could not move anywhere. Okay, you could not move anywhere at all. Honestly, that's probably my main reason. I don't really dislike Void of Despair that much. It's not one of my favorite maps up there, but I don't have a genuine reason to hate the map. I don't really have a genuine reason to hate it. It's lower in my tiers, but it's not the highest. I don't hate it. It was a decent map. 9! Pretty fucking flawless. If I do say so myself, a lot of people would agree with me. It's a pretty goddamn flawless map. There's not many things wrong with it. Blood of the Dead. It was the successor to Mob of the Dead. Well, I wouldn't even say a successor because a lot of people absolutely dumped on that game. I would say of all the maps in Black Ops 4 Zombies that got shat on the most and has the most shit on their chest would probably be Blood of the Dead. Because people are like, oh, it's the sequel to Mob of the Dead. It must be good. And then people saw like bits of gameplay and all that, and they all flocked to the flaws of the map. They all flocked to how bad it was, and then people really disliked it. And then everyone became the sheep and jumped on the bandwagon, and I was a victim of being a sheep, and I was a bit like, oh, Blood of the Dead is terrible, it is dreadful, I don't like it. Okay, I have now opened my eyes a bit, and I've looked back on Mob of the Dead, and I've been like, huh, maybe it wasn't so bad. The Easter egg was irritating, hard, but it was fun, stressful, and that's something I kind of miss with Easter eggs. And the weapons, the Magmagat, were fun. The map layout was interesting and slightly different in certain areas, and I didn't mind that at all. And the story was fun. Like, there's nothing much to really hate on other than like certain areas of the map were maybe a bit more clustered than others, and people will say the Easter egg was bad, but I don't think the Easter egg was that bad at all, really. Like, I'm not gonna be able to give like huge argumental points here because of the fact that this is just unscripted. If I was to do a legit scripted video right now, maybe I can give more details, but I'm just showing the light here. I'm just kind of bringing light to the situation here that Black Ops 4 Zombies is not as bad as we think it is. Alpha Mega was a victim of this as well. Yeah, it was the same map, Nuketown. We've seen it again for the 1 millionth time. Was Alpha Mega bad? It was meh. It was meh. The ray gun variants. I know we've seen different elemental variants of different guns loads of times, but I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. It was an alright map. Easter egg was fun. Boss fight was fun. Challenges were interesting. Nothing too bad there. Same thing. It's the same thing with all the other maps, really. It's the same thing with all the other maps. When there's when there's a few flaws to a map, people focus on the flaws completely. They completely forget about the positives. And I know they should be like, oh, but there shouldn't be any flaws to begin with. But you should also look at the positives on certain maps. But I'm just like, honestly, I don't mind a BO4. I like BO4. I'm a BO4 supporter. If someone asks me now, if someone says to me, BO4 was a bad game, it was dreadful, I'm just gonna be like, I didn't mind it. I like it. It's a good game. It's good. You know, maybe it wasn't the best in its series, but it wasn't the worst. There is no worst in this series, honestly. There is not a traitor game I think is really bad. You know. So honestly, I'm a BO4 supporter. BO4 Zombies supporter as well. BO4 Zombies was a good game. But I just wanted to bring light to the situation. And if you want maybe to hear a bit more about what I have to say, you better follow me on Twitch, because I am streaming there every single goddamn day right now. And honestly, I'm loving Twitch. I'm loving it. So please, if you haven't done so already, be sure to hop down into the description and follow me on Twitch. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'll be excited to see you there. I'll be excited to see you there. But without further ado, this is the end of the video, and I will see you on Twitch later on. Cheerio.